So before I get into this, I just want to address two things. One is the Lawrence Akali Matty Askin fight. Now, yesterday, I think it was the fourth round or the third or fourth round in that fight. I commented on my David Price post fight video that if the fight carried on the same way it's carrying on, that I wasn't going to make a post fight. And lo and behold, the fight carried on the exact same way through the 12 rounds. I mean, it was just a disgrace. It was they stunk the place. They really, really did. And I'm not saying Matty Askin stunk the place. No, no, no. Lawrence Akali, that right there is one of the worst displays of illegal tactics, of fouling, incessant holding, clinchings. I even saw a headbutt or two go in there. It was a disgrace. It was an absolute disgrace. He should have been disqualified. All right, I'm not going to make this a post-fight review about that fight. We all know what happened. Disgraceful. I didn't do a post-fight for Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Povetkin. This is the second topic. Purely because I had friends come over to watch the fight. I paid for the fight. I got the fight in. And as I've stated in previous videos, that I don't let friends know that I do this. I'm very private. That's one thing you'll know with me. I'm not going to go on camera. I'm not going to tell you my name, my real name. I'm very private, right? So I'm not telling friends I do this. I'm definitely not going to leave while they're here in my house and go and make a video and edit the video. It doesn't take me long to make these videos, but still, I'm not going to be doing it while I have friends over here. So I didn't make a post-fight review for Anthony Joshua. Thoughts on the fight were pretty much Povetkin ahead by the time he was stopped. Deontay Wilder is going to beat Anthony Joshua, I think. Not saying Joshua can't win that fight, but right now I am definitely going with Deontay Wilder to win that fight by knockout, if it happens. Okay? Moving on to this topic, we have the face-off for Tony Bellew and Oleksandr Usyk. Now, this was one of the most intense face-offs I think I've ever seen. They were sizing one another up, the stare. They were looking through each other's souls by the looks of things. Bellew, I've said this before. I've picked against Bellew so many times, and I think the only prediction that I've actually got right, well, I've got two Bellew predictions right, actually, in fairness. I picked him to beat BJ Flores, which he did, and I picked Adonis Stevenson to knock Tony Bellew out, which he did. I think every other fight I've picked against Bellew, he's won. I picked against him in both David Haye fights, not knowing that David Haye, well, I knew David Haye wasn't the same fighter, but I thought in the second fight at least he'd be a bit better. He wasn't. And actually, I want to throw this out there. When I was at the Carl Frampton, Luke Jackson? Yeah, Luke Jackson. That was his name. When I was at the Carl Frampton Luke Jackson fight, David Haye was over kind of where me and my friend were sitting. And David Haye was walking with a limp. All right, this is August, right, and he's still limping. Let that be known. But going back to this, it was an intense face-off. The date is November 10th in Manchester, undisputed cruiserweight title on the line. I've made no secret of the fact that I'll be picking Alexander Usyk. I'm going to go with Alexander Usyk by TKO. Late stoppage, TKO, you know yourself. Them two. That's what I'm going to go for. I have Alexander Usyk winning this fight. I think that the stare down, I think both of them were psychologically didn't want to look away first, but I think both are so experienced that it doesn't really matter which one does. But I think, maybe Tony Bellew, psychologically, he's thinking, I've got this guy if he looks away first. I like Tony Bellew as a fighter. I really do. He's entertainment. He's entertaining. He's a good fighter. But I do not think he's going to win this fight. I think that he can't outbox Usyk. Does he have the power to stop him? I'm sure he does. But so did Gassiev. And if you put Gassiev and Bellew in the ring, who would you pick? I'd be picking Gassiev. And we all saw what happened when Gassiev fought Usyk. He got absolutely taken to school. So, personally, I'm going to be going every day of the week with Alexander Usyk to win this fight. But I expect it to be a fun fight. Even though I think Usyk is going to, I'm not going to say dominate, but I think he's going to have it his own way. I still see it being an entertaining fight while it lasts. And as I said, I'm thinking like maybe 9-10 rounds, and that we'll see the end of Tony Bellew. Not that I want to. I do like Tony Bellew, I have to say. He's entertaining, he's a character. And so is Usyk. You ever see Usyk on Instagram or something? Usyk is a character too. So this is going to do Usyk a world of good, to get his profile out there in terms of the UK and worldwide. Because it's going to be shown on the Zone in the US. It's going to be on Sky Box Office in the UK. Bellew is a big name in the UK. And it's just going to make people more aware of Usyk. And I actually seen, I think it was on social media, I think it was on Twitter, that Lomachenko, who was over with Usyk, was so amazed by the atmosphere in the UK, it makes him want to fight over there too, which is brilliant for boxing over in the UK and Ireland as well, because it means that we get to see some of the world's best fighters if Lomachenko does decide to fight in the UK the way we want to see him. We're not having to stay up till stupid o'clock in the morning to catch a glimpse of him on like ESPN or Showtime or whatever. We can watch him on Sky, and they'll be in the UK, which is, it's great for us, great for boxing. They need more. They need more shows like this. They need more events where we have guys like Usyk over, that we have guys like Lomachenko over, so they can see the atmosphere in the UK and they can see how big boxing is, and it makes them want to come over here more. So it's a good thing in that sense. But going back to what I was talking about before, the face off, it was an intense face off. It's going to be fun. I seriously doubt that they'll do a gloves are off, purely because Usyk lacks English. But if they did a gloves are off, I think that'd be good. If they got the translator in, it might be good. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Again, Usyk, I'm going to be picking him to win this fight, but it's going to be a good spectacle. It was a good spectacle. It'll be a good spectacle. With regards to the card yesterday night, it was a appalling card. Absolutely shocking. Compared to the Dylan White Joseph Parker card, this was not worth pay-per-view. Only Anthony Joshua was able to save that card, and he did. Thank God for that. But yeah, those are my thoughts on this. A bit of a long-winded video. I only intended for this video to be about 2-3 minutes, but I like to talk. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this. I think I might get another video out today. There's a few other things I want to, elaborate on. So stay tuned for them. But for right now, I'm done.